Hi there, just Steve here, the photographer. Hopefully you've been looking at some of my stuff on my new YouTube channel, Britain in Focus. But I've been a photographer for quite some time, 20 odd years, and have covered lots of Strictly Come Dancing shows. Not on an official capacity, but always kind of doing pictures of people after rehearsals, etc. So this particular occasion was in September 2009. Now, I live near Chiswick in West London, and fortunately, one of the main rehearsal areas, which was in a gym actually, but in the basement of a gym in the Chiswick Business Park, it's not there anymore. Well, I mean, the gym's there, but I don't think they rehearse anymore there. So on this occasion, and there were many people that used this gym. I mean, Jerry Hall, lots of people really, and on this occasion, it was Joe Wood, Ronnie Wood's wife, I think ex-wife at the time. So on this particular occasion, I used to wait for them to arrive. They'd get out of a cab or a driver or something like that, and they would walk in, they'd pose for a picture, smile. Sometimes they wouldn't, sometimes they would, and then I'd probably go. But on this occasion I stayed, because I think Joe got there quite late. I think she got there about 11 o'clock. So I hung around, had lunch, because it was a big public area where you could have lunch inside the business park. Had my lunch, sat in the car, and then about an hour and a half later, I saw Jo coming out the basement area near the car park. She seemed to be distressed. So I thought, hang on, what's going on here? I got my camera, as you do when you're a photographer, picked your camera up, shot through the side window, and yeah, she was in tears. She was in distress, and then she was followed out by some of her fellow dancers, celebs. One of them was the girl from EastEnders. And then after that, Brendan came out, and Brendan was looks in sort of conciliatory sort of mood. He was sort of kind of remonstrating, but in a kind of way where he was either saying sorry, but she was at her wit's end. She was like, I think he pushed her too far. And I mean, consequently, in years to come, we realised, Brendan was a perfectionist. And this was before the first broadcast. So I think they get a couple of weeks before the first show. And I'd say the pressure's on in the first couple of weeks. And the professional dancers have got to, they've got limits. They must have kind of targets per day, saying, we've got to get this move done that day. And I guess if you're not really, sort of doing it to his standards, then, the pressure gets on top. And it did. And she lost it. She was in tears. You could see when she puts her arms up in the air, she's kind of saying, well, what more can I do, type thing. It was quite a newsworthy thing at the time, but this was before social media. Mobile phones were around, obviously, but not the smartphones kind of thing, not where we could sort of, put pictures on our phones and have a look at the news every day. I mean, people were still looking at their phones, but nowhere near like they are today. So, yeah, Brendan came out, I think, and then they went back in, and I put the pictures out. I think the Mirror, the Mail, a lot of papers took the pictures. But and then after that, you kind of think to yourself, well, what's going to happen here? But it worked. I don't think they won the show that year, but they got on really well after that. They moved from Chiswick to Kingston, which is, I think, closer to where Joe Wood lived. And they would see me in the car park in Kingston, and they would sort of laugh at me. And there was one occasion where she just pretended to sort of beat him up, because I think there was a bit of a backlash of people kind of like having a go at Brendan. And the same kind of thing applies today, where people think that the dancer, professional dancer, is a bit of a taskmaster, sort of, and they have to be to a point. But yeah, they got on quite well after that, and they smiled for me, and they were very, very good. They were sort of, got on really well. But I think after that, I'm not sure. I think Brendan lasted a few more years, and then I think he was sacked, or they left sort of mutually. But that I don't know. But no, it was a period in time where the Strictly sort of brand was quite new, and I think this was a bit of a shock. And now you look at the controversy surrounding the dancers today. So it's not new, it happened, but now it's immediate. You know, people can put stuff on their phones immediately. It goes out onto Twitter, goes out onto TikTok, it goes everywhere. But now, now it's immediate. So it's a lot more difficult now to sort of keep things in house. I just happened to be in the car park when this happened, but I'm sure this happened quite a bit. But if you like the pictures and you like my YouTube channel, please like and subscribe, because the more people that subscribe, the better it is for me. I'll put loads more kind of content on there from back in the day, lots more celebrity stuff. I've got piles of it, and plus I also do new stuff as well. If I'm given information, I go and sort of check out film sets or news and whatever. So please like and subscribe, and thanks very much. Talk to you soon.